There is one sentence most people refuse to accept. You need boredom in your life, not as punishment, not as a setback, as fuel. Your mind becomes shallow when boredom disappears. Your emotions get messy. Your relationships weaken. Your sense of meaning gets thinner. And none of this is because something is wrong with you. It happens because boredom is one of the last natural tools we have for self-reflection. It is mental white space, the silence where the real thinking happens. But modern life trained us to see boredom as useless, a failure, an empty gap we must fill with noise. Which is tragic, because boredom used to be the birthplace of imagination, clarity, and honesty. So let's rebuild it from zero. Boredom isn't simply nothing happening. It is a neurological gear shift. When your brain is not being bombarded by notifications or content, a different system switches on, the default mode network. Think of it as the background processor of your mind. It lights up when you're waiting in a line, sitting alone for a minute, staring at a wall, or just breathing without distraction. This network is responsible for stitching together your memories, forming a sense of identity, generating insights, evaluating your choices, letting emotions settle instead of spiral, helping you understand what you actually want. It is the part of the mind that becomes audible only when the world around you goes quiet. And modern life makes sure it almost never does. There is a famous study where people were left alone in an empty room for 15 minutes with absolutely nothing to do. The only object in the room was a button that delivered a small electric shock. Most participants chose to shock themselves. They preferred physical pain to facing their own thoughts. What does that tell us? Our brains crave stimulation because silence forces us to face questions we avoid. What am I doing with my life? Why am I living on autopilot? What am I pretending not to notice? What do I actually want? What have I been running from? These questions are uncomfortable, but they are the doorway to meaning. Without boredom, you never walk through that doorway. Psychologists, sociologists, and neuroscientists agree on this. Meaning isn't created in moments of entertainment. It grows in the quiet space between them. In past generations, people had more silence, more waiting, more slow afternoons. Boredom was normal, even expected. And inside that white space, minds wandered, connected ideas, reevaluated paths, and searched for clarity. Today we sterilize boredom with screens. Every pause is filled. Every second is occupied. Every itch is instantly scratched. But when you eliminate the pause, you eliminate the perspective that comes with it. Here is the scientific twist. Without boredom, the brain struggles to consolidate memories. Your life becomes a blur because nothing sticks long enough to form a narrative. You exist, but you don't integrate. You move, but you don't absorb. And when life loses narrative, it also loses meaning. There has never been a boredom killer as efficient as the smartphone. Waiting for the bus? Phone. In the elevator? Phone. Commercial break? Phone. Bored for 3 seconds? Phone. Feel a flicker of discomfort? Phone. Your mind no longer experiences unfiltered reality. It experiences reality sandwiched between 20 micro hits of dopamine every hour. This creates a loop. You avoid boredom. Your mind loses depth. You feel restless and empty. To escape that emptiness, you seek more stimulation. More stimulation kills even more depth. Repeat until life feels hollow. People think they lack discipline, but often they lack silence. Boredom hurts because it forces you back into your own mind. It removes the anesthesia of constant distraction. From a psychological standpoint, boredom is the moment our internal world becomes louder than the external one. From a biological standpoint, it's the withdrawal of dopamine. From a sociological standpoint, it's rebellion against an economy designed to keep you overstimulated. The discomfort is not a warning sign. It is a muscle waking up after years of inactivity. Your mind wants to think deeply, but deep thinking is slow and messy. It is not as fun as quick entertainment. It is work. But the payoff is massive. Scientists have found that boredom triggers brain regions involved in emotional processing. In other words, boredom is how the brain digests feelings. Without boredom, emotional digestion stops. You end up mentally bloated and spiritually exhausted. How to reintroduce boredom into your life? You don't need to meditate on a mountain or throw your phone into the ocean. You just need controlled silence. Try these. 1. Train in boredom mode. Work out without headphones. Go for a walk without audio. Cook without a podcast. Your brain will resist at first. Then it will start producing thoughts you didn't even know were waiting for you. 2. Use transitions as thinking time, commuting, showering, washing dishes. These used to be the most fertile mental spaces for creativity. Reclaim them. 3. Schedule a boredom window. 10 to 15 minutes, no phone, no noise, just sit or stand and let the mind roam. The first minutes feel awkward. Then the mind clicks into deeper processing mode. 4. Set boundaries for your devices. No phone at the dinner table. No phone as the first thing you touch in the morning. No phone in the bedroom at night. These aren't extreme. They're hygiene. You don't drink soda the moment you wake up. You don't eat sugar while brushing your teeth. Your mind deserves the same protection. Something shifts. Slowly but unmistakably, your attention span stops collapsing. You become capable of long focus again. Your creativity wakes up. Ideas flow during silence, not stimulation. Your emotions calm down. Boredom acts as emotional integration time. Your relationships deepen. Presence becomes easier when your brain isn't desperate for constant input. Life regains texture. Small things feel richer. Moments feel longer. Time feels yours again. The philosopher Kierkegaard argued that anxiety comes from not being able to sit with oneself. Boredom teaches exactly that skill. The ability to become a home rather than a stranger inside your own mind. But what if something important happens while I'm offline? It won't. Or if it does, your phone can still ring from the people who matter. Emergencies are rare. Notifications are not emergencies. Social media updates are not emergencies. Your mind's well-being, however, is. The world does not collapse when you go quiet for a moment. But your inner world will collapse if you never do. Boredom is not the problem. It is the signal. It is your mind saying, "Let me breathe. Let me organize your life. Let me remind you who you are." Boredom is not emptiness. It is the doorway to meaning. You just forgot how to walk through it. So here is the simplest advice you will hear today. Put the phone down. Let silence in. Let your thoughts stretch their legs again. Meaning grows in places noise cannot reach. There comes a moment when you realize you've been living on autopilot, scrolling, switching tabs, filling every quiet second so you don't have to hear your own thoughts. But the truth is simple and uncomfortable. Life wasn't meant to be stuffed with noise. Life was meant to be felt. And the second you allow yourself even a fraction of silence, real silence, you notice something shifting. Thoughts that were drowning finally rise to the surface. Memories reconnect. Ideas breathe. You start to see not just where you are, but where you're supposed to go. This isn't about perfection. It's about presence. It's about remembering that your mind deserves more than constant interruption. And you deserve a life that feels like yours again. If this message touches even one corner of your day, then it already did what it was meant to do. And the fact that you are watching this right now already supports the channel more than you think. Your time matters. Your attention matters. Just being here changes everything. But if you ever felt that this space gives you clarity, comfort, or a tiny spark of meaning, there are ways to help it grow. Becoming a channel member. It's not just a badge next to your name. It's a seat closer to the heart of this community. Members get special posts, extra interactions, early content, and a voice that shapes what comes next. It's like stepping behind the curtain and joining the people who are helping build something bigger. Using the Super Thanks feature. It's a simple gesture, but it carries weight. It tells YouTube that this content matters to someone. And it tells me that these videos are landing where they're needed. It's support that goes directly into keeping everything alive. Time, research, creativity, consistency. But here's the honest truth. You don't have to do any of that to matter. If you watch, you help. If you share, you help. If you comment, you help. Every single action keeps this message moving through the world. Still, if your heart feels pulled to take one small step further, to stand a little closer, to become part of the group that fuels this work, then membership and Super Thanks are here for you. Not as obligation, but as a way of saying, this means something to me. And if it does, welcome. You belong here.